You're listening to KTWR, utilizing DRM technology. We are broadcasting on the frequency of 15390 kHz in the 19-meter bands. This is KTWR, Agana, Guam, speaking hope to the world because hope knows no barriers.
Hi friends and fellow DXers. This is your favorite DX program, DXer Diary, and I'm your friend and host Arun Kumar Narasinghan from Chennai in India. We have been broadcasting this 5-minute weekly DX digest since 2021 for the benefit of DXers, amateur radio operators across the world. This week's up is 113. The SFI forecast ranges from 155 to 160, and the AI index ranges from 12 to 20. We have some good news from Radio Free Europe and Radio Liberty. NPR says that a federal judge has temporarily barred the U.S. Agency for Global Media and Kari Lake, President Trump's senior advisor at the agency, from moving ahead with plans to cut off all federal funds to Radio Free Europe and Radio Liberty. The international network is in court in Washington, D.C., seeking a permanent reversal of Lake's orders to kill all funding for it and to wind down all operations, despite a congressional appropriation of $142 million for the network in the current financial year. The White House has ordered the U.S. Agency for Global Media to reduce its operations solely to what's required by law. The agency operates Voice of America and distributes money appropriated by Congress to non-profit international networks, including Radio Free Europe and Radio Liberty. So Radio Free Europe and Radio Liberty is a private broadcaster. It is wholly dependent on the federal funds. The network argued on the agency's efforts to shut it down is unconstitutional. In his ruling on Tuesday, the judge presiding over the case suggested he found that argument compelling. The leadership of USA GM cannot, with one sentence of reasoning offering virtually no explanation, force RFE and RL to shut down, even if a president has told them to do so. U.S. District Court Judge Royce Lambert wrote his vote. The court concludes, in keeping with congressional long-standing determination that the continued operation of RFE is in the public interest. Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, which launched in 1950, the early years of the Cold War, provides reporting in 27 languages to serve audiences in 23 countries. The network says its work is heard, read, and watched by 47 million people every week. Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty journalists have been jailed by Iran, Russia, and other autocratic regimes. Like other international broadcasters funded by the U.S. government, the mission is to provide fair news coverage in areas where a free press is not robust enough to operate or is repressed by authorities. Moving on to shortwave radio logs section, we have a couple of shortwave radio logs sent by our regular contributor, Mr. P.S. Sekar, from the temple town of Kumbakonam in Tamil Nadu, the southernmost state of India. Mr. Sekar says that he has tuned to Radio Japan's Bengali service program on 11610 kHz at 1514 hours UTC with a SIMPO of 444. Radio Prague Russian from Aldabia on 11785 kHz at 1519 hours UTC with a SIMPO of 444. Transworld Radio's Africa Somali program from Manzini on 11880 kHz at 1520 hours UTC with a SIMPO of 444. And finally, Reach Beyond Australia Burmese program on 11900 kHz at 1521 hours UTC with a SIMPO of 444. Dear listeners, we have been receiving a lot of reception reports from DXers across the world. I would like to sincerely thank all of you for taking your valuable time to listen to DXer's diary and for mailing us your reception reports. Friends, we have reached the end of the show now. Please do not forget to send your reception reports and band scans to dxsdiary@gmail.com. Until next week, this is your friend and host, Arun Kumar, Narasimhan, signing off. 73. Bye-bye.